Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. What's good? So, over the weekend, we got hit with Trump's tariffs. That wasn't the only thing that happened. And I'm going to be totally frank with you. I think the tariffs were the red herring. Something to make you go look at it while something else was going on. What was going on? We have a lot of non-governmental employees having access to government information, including our information. So for me, that's the big news. Everybody else is reacting to, sorry about that. Everybody else is reacting to, the tariffs, which eventually they're going to come back, right? They'll go away because they'll get concessions. You've got 25% for Canada, 25% for Mexico, and 10% for China. Canada and China have already hit back, right? China alone has hit back with, I think, $696 million or $1 billion in tariffs, which would offset what the advised output was, or positive side was for the United States, which would have been about 500 billion. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Those numbers were great when you were looking at nothing. But like I said, I think the whole thing is a red herring. Why? Because you now have the head of the CFPB, that's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, being fired. I don't think that there's going to be a replacement. I think they're trying to shut that government agency down. And basically, go look up what they do. That leaves us susceptible to a lot of different things. Then you've got non-governmental employees having access to government systems, including the Treasury's payment system. So that's a big deal. I don't mind if you've got government employees, people that have gone through adequate background checks and capabilities, skills assessments, all that stuff, going through these systems and looking at what's going on and how it's happening. But non-governmental employees, and then taking data and walking away is the rumor. That's scary. Walking into governmental agencies and, saying that, hey, you people can go home now. That's another rumor that's going on. I think that there's, forget about the rumors. Let's talk about the facts. The fact is yes, non-governmental employees now do have access to the Treasury's payment systems. That's a fact. That's scary in terms of user sovereignty. Our data is up for grabs right now. It really is up for grabs. And the reason why I don't trust this is because who is in charge of it, and it seems like his platform gets hacked every day. So why would I trust that any of your people actually know what the heck they're doing? And it's not to say that they don't, but why should I trust that they do? And why should they have access to that information? And what are they going to do with it is my question. So that's pretty scary to me. So for me, it's not the tariffs that are driving my thought process. It's the chaos in government that's driving my thought process right now. Do I think that, Bitcoin's going to take another hit? Absolutely. Last night, I saw Bitcoin hit as low as 92,000. It's back up to over 95. I'm thinking it's going to take another hit to the downward side. So be wary, be careful. That's what I'm going to say. Eventually, there's going to come a point where people are going to trust crypto more than they trust the US dollar. Why? Because the US seems to be making some crazy moves. And I'm expecting that when you're trying to clean up a government, we're going to hit some bumpy roads and things like that. But this is way out of bounds. For me, it's just way out of bounds. I don't want people that are not government employees having access, that haven't been through certain security checks and things like that. I just don't trust it. And the fact that there's no plan laid out, this is what we plan on doing, this is how we plan on doing it, this is how we go, just what's the roadmap? I don't trust it. That's just me, but I'm going to invest my money accordingly based on those thoughts, based on my thoughts. For you guys, it's the GMB3. Do your own research. Know your entries and exits and invest deliberately. That's what I'm using as I make my own determinations for my assets. You should do the same for yours. No, I do not give out financial advice, so don't ask. But yeah, my thoughts on that. It's a scary thing. So I think that I think that the threat against Europe with the same kind of actions is another manufactured emergency, right? I was listening to CNBC and they were like, well, for the president to act in certain ways, he needs to have an emergency. By declaring an emergency with drugs coming across the borders, he gets to do certain things, because otherwise it would be Congress that would have to enact tariffs. So I'm paying attention to everything that's going on, because what are you going to say about Europe? Like, what's the next emergency that's going to happen and make everybody look over here while something is going on over there? That's going to be my issue, right? Been hearing rumors about how UBS is testing tokenized gold on Ethereum ZKsync. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, Ethereum was taking a huge hit. Ethereum has taken a huge hit over the weekend. A lot of the altcoins have taken huge hits. Even Bitcoin, like I said, went down to like 92 on some exchanges. It went down as low as 90. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for it, because I don't think that's the floor. I really don't think that's the floor. I think other things are going to happen this week and people are going to get shook. Are they going to overreact? Yes, but that overreaction means that the market's going to take a harder dip. February looks to be like a tough month. And I'm waiting to see if there's going to be any positive news to what's going on. But I can guarantee you right now, that the financial institutions out there that have been buying Bitcoin are going to be buying more, since it's so cheap now. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be buying. I'm just going to be waiting a little bit and trying to figure out when I'm going to buy. That's that whole know your entries, know your exits. So there's that. Then you got Forbes ranking the top 3. Technically, I think it was the top 4 or 5. But the top three crypto exchanges, they have CME Group. I don't understand why. Coinbase, Bitstamp emerges as the most trusted crypto exchange, evaluated on security trading, volume, fees, regulatory compliance. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And then I think Binance, the world's largest one, was ranked like 4th. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Like, I'm wondering how CME Group lands in the number 1 spot. I'm wondering how the CME Group actually gets on there. You know what I mean? Like, and higher than Coinbase? Really? Interesting. I read the article. I don't see it. I don't see it. Then you have HIVE Digital acquiring Bitfarms 200 megawatt facility, Bitfarm facility in Paraguay. And I'm sitting back and going, why? What is going on there? That's interesting to me. That's very interesting, right? They're expanding. They're expanding in South America, while Bitfarm is focusing on North America, and I'm just like, that's very, very interesting. What does Bitfarm see that nobody else is seeing? In terms of, are you having trouble in Paraguay, or is it, no, really, we just wanted to rebalance our mining portfolio and rejig where we're going to have things placed? Interesting. So I am watching that space. Because remember, last week I told you that there's going to be a new miners. I think it was it Grayscale? I think it was Grayscale that's launching MNRS. They want to launch a mining. Let me see if I can look that up for you guys. When I saw that, MNRS. Yup. Grayscale launches MNRS Bitcoin mining ETF amid U.S. political interest. And that's because, well, most Bitcoin miners don't have a coin, but they have stock. And they said, okay, here's an ETF that you can invest in. That's pretty daggone slick. So I found that to be really, really interesting. What else do we have going on? Telangana. I finally said it right. I probably still mispronounced it. It's a province in India, and they're planning on building out a blockchain and AI innovation hub and employing about 1,800 people. Remember, over the weekend, watch the two videos I shot over the weekend, especially one on Saturday. I told you guys you need to upskill. India is going through major upskill you know, I guess classes for people. I mean, there people in India upskilling. The rest of the world had better watch out. They had better start upskilling themselves. And I think there needs to be a rebalancing of costs, right? Why do companies actually outsource jobs? They outsource jobs because the people that they're outsourcing it to, or the places that they're outsourcing it to, cost less, right? And in this day and age, what matters most? Profit margin. To those companies, it's going to be profit margin. And by the way, there's never going to be enough profit margin. Very few companies have said, have set up like Arizona iced tea and Costco to say, well, there comes a point where it's good. We're good. We don't need to raise anything else anymore. We're fine. We're good right where it is. That's commendable. But I know those two companies are doing it. I don't know who else is doing it. I really don't. I mean, my company kind of does it, right? I mean, we've got the current Grow My Bag platform. We're about to launch the new Grow My Bag platform. We've got all the videos that we have on the roadmap. We've got a Roku app coming. So we've got a few things coming. We don't ask for much. We kind of look at it and kind of go, that's enough. That's enough for now. You know what I mean? So how many companies are out there actually doing that? Not many. So the profit margin, the bottom line, is what matters. So if you're in the United States, for example, and you've got a 6-figure job, you've got to look at yourself and say, well, is there somebody else in another country that can take my job? And I really want you to, this is what really annoys me. You've got to go to the office, but we can outsource this overseas. They're not in the office. You know what I mean? Like, it's, things are done with intent. Things are done with intent, which is why I tell you guys, invest deliberately, right? You do your own research. It's the GMB3. You do your own research. You know your entries and exits, and you absolutely invest deliberately. Just saying, these are things that we have to pay attention to. Must, right? Then Solana is leading on, is leading on retail DEX market, while Ethereum is crushing it on application development. Everybody thinks that, people are developing on Solana more, they're developing on Solana. Yeah, they're called memes. They're called memes. The bulk of the development on Solana are memes. The bulk of the doggone development on Ethereum are real applications, real dApps. And I'm just saying, and Ethereum's killing it. That's why I keep telling people, keep sleeping on Ethereum. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. If you couple Solana's network gremlin, because they have unexplained outages, and they go, it's congestion, it's congestion. How the hell are you going to say it's congestion? And you keep bragging about how you can manage over 1 million transactions per second. So how are you going to say it's congestion? That math doesn't math for me. Couple that with the fact that, 60% of your growth is based on memes. The bulk of that coming from Pump.Fun. Are you serious? Are you serious? Listen. Right now, the altcoins are taking it on the chin. By a lot. By a lot. And Solana's taking it on the chin. Last time I looked this morning was 196. So that's below 200. I'm telling you, there are chains out there that are doing a better job than Solana, and they're coming. Toncoin, Sui, Cardano, they're coming. The biggest threat, I think the biggest threat to Solana is Cardano. Yeah, I have a big bag of all the coins I just mentioned. And I will be buying more. There's blood in the streets. I'm absolutely buying more this week. I'm just waiting to see, is this the low? Right now, it could be a good point for me to get in. Right? Grow those bags. No issue with that. Everything is on a cheapy. It's a good place for me. Am I going to put all my money in right here? No, I'm going to put some money in and then wait. because I think things are going to go lower. I'm not expecting this week to be a happy week. I'm really not. There's a ton of overreaction. There is. If you're just looking at the tariffs, there's a ton of overreaction. But if you look at everything that's going on with the new regime, yeah, that might not be overreaction after all. So that's what I'm paying attention to. I'm kind of like, yeah, I can get into this. Yeah. But I'm going to sprinkle a little bit in now, sprinkle a little bit in later. That's how I'm playing the game right now. But you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. Let me get my notes out of the way. And then what do we have coming up this week? Let's see. We've got U.S. manufacturing, S&P, U.S. manufacturing PMI, construction spending, ISM, auto sales, which they might, even if auto sales look good right now, tariffs are gonna have an effect on that in a major fashion. Where do all the auto parts come from? Mexico, Canada. Also, bet you didn't know we import about 1 point something billion, barrels of oil a day from Mexico. Yeah. Let's see. Tomorrow we get job openings, factory orders, more Fed speak. We get ADP unemployment on Wednesday, U.S. trade deficit on Wednesday. Let's see. More trade speak. ISM services, Chicago Fed president speaks, a whole bunch of Fed speak. Thursday, that's when we get hit with initial jobless claims, U.S. productivity, more Fed speak. And then Friday is a big day with U.S. unemployment report, hourly wages, wholesale inventories, consumer sentiment. That Friday is going to be a telling day. This week is going to be a telling week for inflationary information. I'm telling you, I think Jerome Powell made the right move last week, not raising jack. Because look what's going on right now. And then more talk about, we're going to do the same thing with Europe. What's the emergency there that you need to raise tariffs? What emergency is there? People should go look up how the government is supposed to work. Unless there is an emergency, the president is not allowed to do certain things. Which is why there's an emergency and then there are tariffs. And there are tariffs because of everything that's going on in the government, because they want you to look over here and not over here. CFPB being gutted, that's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. I'm sorry. For me, that's, non-governmental employees having access to government systems. Big deal. Look at this fear and greed index, down at 44. DeFi Llama, look at that, all the way down to $110 billion in total value locked. And I think that number is going to drop again. Then we've got Bitcoin. Look at this. We were on a certain trajectory, and then you can see when we started talking about the tariffs, crash. Look at that. Remember last week, I drew these two lines and I said, wow, we seem to be going in the right direction. And then the tariffs hit right there. Boom. Things are coming back again, but look how far down we are. Look how far down we are. We're back in the 93,434 to 99,655 space. Well below 100 grand. Well below. It's not cute. It's not cute, like I said. But here's the thing, though. For me, I think Bitcoin and crypto is going to come back. Why? Because the more shenanigans that go on with fiat around the world, the more people are going to trust crypto more than fiat. I don't care what the fiat is. I think people are going to start turning toward crypto. That's the big deal. I mean, look at this trajectory. This is where we were. Right there. Upward momentum. We were good to go. We seem to be, getting close to a few things, and denied. Look at that. Right there. Tariffs. Denied. Crash and burn, people. Crash and burn. Because on Friday night, that's when he started talking about the tariffs coming in on Saturday. That's when they did the press release. And then, so yeah, there's a lot going on in that space. If you look at the big board, look at this. Look at this. Where do you go with this? I mean, Bitcoin, look at the deep reds. XRP, you know I'm going to buy some of that. You know I'm going to buy some ADA down at 71 cents. Hell yes. You know I'm going to buy some Ethereum, right? BCH is on the docket. Link, oh my God, that's a beautiful price for me for Link. It's a beautiful price for me for Link. Less than 19 bucks? Heck yeah. I'm in on that. I would absolutely get in on that. So I'm right now, I'm actually contemplating what I'm buying. I'm going to take some money. I'm going to drop some XRP. I'm going to drop some ADA. ADA is going to make me big money. It's going to make me big money, right? It's down 18%. XRP is down 15%. ETH is down 15%. I'm good on ETH, I think. I'm good on ETH. But I can always add to my XRP bag. I can always add to my Cardano bag. And I can always add to my Link bag. So those are probably the three I'm going to buy into. I mean, I'm looking at Sui, and Sui could be a good one for me as well, but I don't know. The deep red of XRP, Cardano, and Link, the deep red for XRP and Cardano are big for me. Link is always something I want to buy into, straight up, always. Bitcoin is something else that I always want to buy into. Those are standards for me. XRP and ADA being down that low, oh, I want to be all about it. I want to be all about it. But ETH being down at 15%, I'm sitting back and I'm going, it's tempting. It's tempting. It really, really is. But I think the upside potential for Cardano, the upside potential for XRP supersede what I could do with Ethereum. Right? I mean, I'm looking at Cardano and I'm like, yeah, Cardano is definitely going to go hit $1 again. That's like without a doubt. That's a quick 30% rise. Or actually, shoot, 29 cents. That's almost a 50% rise. That's kind of, what's that, like a 40% rise if I do the math right? Yeah, around there. I'll take that. I will take that. Right? XRP, it's almost $1 off. That's almost a 30. That to me is delicious. I'm going to be in on that. I can't miss out. Link, you cannot sell out Link. That's the world's #1 oracle by far. Not by a little bit, by far. Hell yeah. I'm going to be all about that. Right? I'm absolutely going to be all about that. Then when I look at the numbers side by side, I'm like, wow. XRP is still positive for year to date. On January 1st, if you'd have bought XRP, you'd still be up 14%. You're not mad. Just saying. Even Bitcoin, you're still up 1.77%. You're not mad. Right? Solana, 5%. You're not necessarily mad. I just worry about, I worry about things about Solana, which is why I got out a while ago. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm looking at a few things and I'm sitting back and I'm going, yeah, Chainlink I think is going to be delicious. Stellar I think is going to be delicious. There are a few coins on here that I'm just looking at that could do very well. Very well. So yeah. Anyway, everybody, thank you for your time, your patience, and your trust. This is AJ on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Don't forget to tune in tonight for our live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I'm telling you, it's a good show. We have a lot of fun. Have a good one. Bye-bye.